Hello?
Oh, hi, thanks for coming in.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Take a seat on the couch over here, get yourself comfortable.
Oh, sure.
So, Evan, why don't you tell me a little bit more about this gold foil experiment that you keep rambling on about?
Well, the gold foil experiment was basically the discovery of the nucleus from Hans Geiger, Ernest Marsden, and Ernest Rutherford in 1911, who were all great scientists at the time.
Evan, why don't you tell me about a little bit more of the fundamentals of this gold foil experiment that you speak of?
Oh, I would love to explain the gold foil experiment more in depth for you. So, the gold foil experiment, broken down to a more fundamental standpoint, there is an alpha particle emitter that shoots a ray at some gold foil, which is very dense material. Most of the rays go straight through, hitting a fluorescent screen, making a little bright tick, and the rest of them are reflected, and they're reflected off a positively charged nucleus. Because the alpha particles are charged positive, and so is the nucleus, they are reflected and shot somewhere else rather than going straight through the gold foil. This is the gold foil experiment broken down to see that all of the rays are either bouncing off or going straight through, which ones are hitting the nucleus and which ones are missing it.
Alright, Evan, why don't you, let's get into more detail, be a little bit more graphic about these scenarios here. Let's tell me a little bit more.
Sure, I'd love to get into more detail with it. Now this is a magnified view of the gold foil to show and see all the atoms and how the rays pass straight through, missing the nucleus. Now if they were to hit the nucleus, they would be deflected off. But since they're missing it, they're passing straight through to the opposite side of the fluorescent screen with ease.
Wow, Evan, I didn't know that light penetrated that way. That's kind of weird. Can you show us what happens when it hits the nucleus, please?
I'd be glad to show you what happens when it tries to penetrate through the nucleus. This is another magnified view of the gold foil. Now, when the light tries to pass through the atoms, it either goes passing right through, hitting the fluorescent screen straight on the opposite side, or hitting the nucleus in the center and veering off in any direction. Now, it veers off in any direction because the positively charged nucleus is being hit by the positive charged light. And when this happens, it reflects straight off and hitting a different side rather than passing straight through the atom, hitting the fluorescent screen. Therefore, the discovery of the nucleus was made. When the light hit the nucleus and bounced off in a different direction, they knew something had to be in the atom, and it was the nucleus. Well, we have an interview today with Mr. Rutherford, a scientist from 1911, here to talk about the nucleus discovery today. So, Mr. Rutherford, what do you have to say about when you guys discovered the nucleus in 1911? Wise words, Mr. Rutherford. It was great talking to you today, and hope you live long enough to tell your grandchildren.